As harvest continues across the state of Iowa, the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network crew is out and about giving you a glimpse into the harvest process. In this week's stop on our Beck's Hybrids Harvest Tour, Andy Petersen heads northeast to visit Joe Meythaler outside Marion, Iowa.
Talk to me a little bit about what we're seeing here. When did you plant the hybrid?
This was April 24th. It's 6374 B2 Pro. No-tilled into bean ground. It's first year corn, and it was no-tilled in.
And so far, what are you seeing in the combine?
260, 270 or better.
You said it's dry.
Yes, 15 and a half to 16% moisture.
Planted in early April?
Yeah, April 24th.
Talk to me a little bit about the no-till operation then, and some of the reasons for developing that style.
We're not real good at it. We no-tilled it because it was dry this spring early, and it's a real good way to conserve moisture. We have some things to work on, but it worked pretty good this year for us.
I see you've got the cool little gizmo on the head too. Might help in no-till.
Yes, it helps knock the stalks down. It gives them to break down a little earlier, pops them open a little bit. They break down a little faster, I think.
Mm-hmm. Of course, shell corn is just a part of your overall operation. So what all do you do?
We harvest a lot, 350 acres of earlage to feed cattle with, and then we harvest high moisture corn that's stored in a bunker, and soybeans, and then corn to sell.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go for a combine ride, shall we?
Sounds good.
First thing I noticed, Joe, is that you're not touching the steering wheel.
No, we have AutoPath going. AutoPath and row sense.
So what is AutoPath?
It follows the planter, the lines that the planter made. Every row is on there, and I'm not the right person, but I just make it work.
Based off your
Son.
Green Star over there.
Yes. Yeah.
John Deere monitor.
Yeah. He makes it with the planter, and the combine will follow.
So talk to me a little bit about what you see here as your combine operators usually evaluating the operation and the crop. So what do you see here as we go through the field?
Standing really good. There's still just a little bit of green once in a while, which is good. I did see a little bit of tar spot every once in a while that did not have a fungicide sprayed on it. But I do see just a little tar spot once in a while.
What do you like about planting Beck's varieties?
I like the company. They work real good. I've had really good yields with it. The company has a lot of their practical farm research. We get a lot of information from them. The agronomists are a phone call away, and they'll be here the next day. They're really, I guess the biggest thing is the information that we get from them. And we have our choices of which package as far as rootworm or whatever you can have. They have all the different varieties, the different traits in their corn. By working with your area leader, and your local farmer salesman, they know my ground as well as I do, and so we can kind of work together to know what our tillage practice, what our practices are, where the end use for the corn, to get the right corn on the right ground. That's real big for us.
So that AutoPath does a really nice job following the rows, doesn't it?
Yes, and like I say, we're using AutoPath plus row sense together. But AutoPath will work real good.
A lot of what you do, though, on the combine has to work with your chopper, I would imagine, also?
Yes, this head goes on the chopper for earlage, and the row sense does not work on the chopper, but AutoPath worked just perfect on the chopper.
So what else have you noticed here as you've been harvesting? I was going to say combining, but chopping, all that good stuff.
It seems to be our herbicide worked pretty good this year. Our corn seems to be very clean. The beans, we have a little water hemp escapes here and there, but pretty good so far. Other than that, it's extremely dry. We've been trying to put some cover crops in, and we're not having much luck getting anything to grow.
You mentioned this was planted April 24th. That was kind of in the middle of your corn planting or towards the beginning? And what were the conditions like then?
Almost towards the end of our corn planting. We planted some on the 12th of April. And that was our best corn.
What were conditions like then, and kind of how's your growing season gone?
Really dry. We started out, it was really dry. That's why And this was planted before we started getting very much rain, because we wanted to be able to no-till, and that works the best. The drier, the better. And so we hurried up and got all the no-till stuff planted early.
Early corn planting is kind of a thing for you, it sounds like.
We try to get some planted because we're feeding cattle, and there's years when we didn't put up enough feed and we might run a little short, so we can always go out and, I always say if I have to, I can combine corn the last week in August.
So do you select varieties then based on better feed value to a degree also?
With our earlage, we try to plant 105 to up to 110, mostly 105 to 108 day corn, just so we can get it done. And then we come in and the next corn we plant is 113, 14 day corn for high moisture corn, because the hybrids tend to dry down so fast anymore, we can't get done before the corn gets too dry.
Which this corn's pretty close. In fact, you were telling me you had to modify your drying setup a little bit.
We're bypassing just kind of teasing the dryer to run it into the bin using the dryer. It's going through the dryer just to make the whole system work automated.
Not to dry it down any.
Not to dry it. It's just going through there.
Well, it's been a blast, Joe. I appreciate you having us out here today.
Well, thank you for coming. I enjoy it.